Chapter 4, Three Little Letters. The three little letters were C-U-T. Cuts, said Mayor Hubble as he shouted into the microphone. We need to cut the amount of money we spend so we can balance the budget. Just saying the word cut seemed to make Mayor Hubble's eyes light up with excitement. He had a crazy look on his face, the kind of look that evil geniuses in the movies have when they explain how they're going to take over the world. The first things we're going to cut are the art and music programs, Mr. Hubble said. "Ugh, so long," said Miss Hannah, taking her rolling suitcase. "I'm out of here." "Right behind you," said Mr. Loring. "But we love art and music," said one of the kids shouted. "You kids are here to learn, not sit around drawing pictures and singing silly songs," said the mayor. "That's just a big waste of money." Everybody looked really sad when Miss Hannah and Mr. Loring walked out of the all-purpose room. "The next things we need to cut are school supplies," said Mayor Hubble. "So from now on, we're going to stop buying glue sticks, rulers, erasers, tapes, and markers. You can have one pencil per classroom." That's not going to work," said Ms. Small. "Oh, stop your whining," said Mayor Hubble. "This will improve everyone's schoolwork. If the students only have one pencil, they'll make fewer mistakes." "What about crayons?" asked Miss Holly, our Spanish teacher. No more crayons. You can melt down candles and make them into crayons. That will save us a lot of money." "That is loopy," said Mrs. Roopy. The mayor pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket to remind him of the other things he was going to cut. "Starting today," he announced, "I'm turning off the water fountains in the hallways. Do you know what the biggest waste of water in the world is? Water fountains. The water just shoots right out of them." "That's bizarre," shouted Miss Lazar, our custodian. "Oh, give me a break," said Mayor Hubble. "It's not like people need water to live or anything. And I know you kids just go to the water fountain when you don't want to sit in class. You're not fooling anybody, you know." Well, he was right about that. "That's daffy," yelled Mrs. Jaffe. "From now on," the mayor continued, "there will be no more toilet paper in the bathrooms. That stuff costs way too much money." "You're getting rid of toilet paper?" shouted Alexia. "What are we supposed to use?" "Post-it notes," said the mayor. "That's loony," said Miss Cooney, the school nurse, "and disgusting. From now on, the teachers will have their pay cut in half. You teachers make way too much money," said Mayor Hubble. "Teachers get paid?" That was a new one on me. I thought they just came to school every day because they had no place else to go. "But we hardly make any money as it is," yelled Mrs. Yonkers, our computer teacher. "What do you teach?" asked Mayor Hubble. I'm the computer teacher." "Well, you're fired," said Mayor Hubble. "I'm replacing you with a computer. A computer should be able to teach a computer class much better than a human being anyway. And computers don't whine and complain like people do." "He's off his rocker," yelled Mr. Docker, our science teacher. "You crybaby teachers should be thankful you have jobs at all," said the mayor. "Oh, and I want the coffee machine and the hot tub removed from the teacher's lounge." "We don't have a hot tub in our teacher's lounge," said Mrs. Jaffe. "You don't? Then put a hot tub in the teacher's lounge and then take it out. We have no money to spend on silly things like hot tubs for teachers." "He is loco," said Miss Coco, the gifted and talented teacher. Mayor Hubble was getting more and more excited as he talked about all the cuts he was going to make. "After we get rid of the hot tub in the teacher's lounge, get rid of the tables and chairs in there and sell them on eBay." "Do you expect the teachers to sit on the floor?" asked Mr. Granite. "Yes. It will be like a picnic every day. If you like picnics, don't you? Who doesn't like a picnic?" "He's gone mad," said Mr. Brad, the school counselor. "Come to think of it," said Mayor, "why do you teachers need a lounge anyway? You don't have time for lounging around in hot tubs and having picnics. This is a school, not some kind of beach resort." "But we don't have a hot tub," yelled Miss Laney. "Not anymore, you won't," said the mayor. not after I get rid of the one we're putting in. All these cuts will help us balance the budget. And when the voters see how much money I saved, they'll vote to re-elect me in November. Are you going to take a pay cut too? Asked Mrs. Chafee. Don't be silly. I'm giving myself a raise for coming up with these great ideas to save money. Well, that makes no sense, yelled Officer Spence, our security guard. We need pencils and glue sticks and water fountains and toilet paper. We need tables and chairs. You need all those things that you're going to cut. Yeah, shouted all the teachers. If Mr. Klutz was here, he would never allow any of this, said Mr. Granite. Well, Mr. Klutz isn't here, is he? Asked the mayor. He's at principal camp. Everybody was really mad, and you'll never believe who poked his head into the door at that moment. It was Mr. Burke, the groundskeeper. I mowed the lawn, said Mr. Burke. I trimmed the bushes. I've been busier than a one-armed man hanging paper, and I'm all plumb tuggered out. What do you want me to do next? Next? The next thing you can do is go home. There's no money in the budget for a groundskeeper anymore, so you're fired. Have a nice day, said the mayor. I think that was the moment when Mr. Burke went berserk. Chapter 5, The Class Pencil. See you tomorrow, guys.